What it do, homies? We out with some more Geoff. This time we are checking out his Hobbit song, The Last Goodbye. It's been a minute since I've seen the Hobbit movies, right? The Desolation of Smaug, right? Was that the last one? Or did they release another one? I could have sworn they was going to release another one after that. But anyways, low bass singer cover. And based off the thumbnail, we got the doppelgangers here. So let's get ready. I got my aromatherapy on deck. Here we go. Let me go ahead and give it another sniff. All right, we're ready. Let's do it.
I saw the light fade from the sky. On the wind I heard a sigh as the snowflakes cover my fallen brothers. I will say this last goodbye.
Does Kathy hold on? I ain't even listening to the singing right now, bro. Does Kathy, you gotta work at, I don't know what you, that's amazing. Look at the creative concept, the costuming, right? And that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? This ain't an easy job to get to do this type of costuming. Yo, Kathy's brilliant with the way that this looks, like making it look realistic. You know what I mean? To get in the materials. Hair, makeup, Rick. See, oh man, good stuff, bro. My goodness. Every time he gets into the universe, does it so successfully. And you know, I don't know how much of it's Kathy, but very skilled. Okay, now let's get to singing.
I saw the light fade from the sky. On the wind I heard a sigh as the snowflakes cover my fallen brothers. I will say this last goodbye. Night is now falling, so ends this day. The road is now calling, and I must away. Over hill and under tree, through lands where never light has shone, by silver streams that run down to the sea. Under cloud, beneath the stars, over snow on winter's morn, I turn at last to paths that lead home. And though we're
Bro, this song sound like one giant big old teddy bear hug. You know what I mean? I think at this point, we still got 3 minutes to go, but I think at this point right here, he could hit me with the most destructive low bass note and it'll fit right in. You know what I mean? Like it ain't gonna come through as a surprise. I love Geoff's ability to add excitement and, you know, and harmony, you know, to make things interesting, especially when you got, you know, a lot of music kind of dominating kind of like that low end. You know what I mean? Obviously, you know, Geoff's range is you know, very impressive. So, you know, if we need to feel it out, the musical spectrum, feel it out to make things sound full, you know, he could do that. But when it comes to like just dominating that lower end and make it an interesting, you know, it's very meticulous. It's very intentional, right? There's a mood that he's not trying to disrupt, but he also want to add in those nice little elements. Does a very good job, you know. So when I think of low bass singer cover, obviously we expect the singer to come in and start singing low, right? But then you got to think about all the other elements to make sure they don't also clash with what you're trying to do. Yes, Geoff has an impressive range, but he knows when to flex it. You know what I'm saying? What did Ben say? With great power comes great responsibility. And his costume design is amazing.
lead home. And though where the road then takes me, I cannot tell.
Let me know. Some of you guys who sing really, really low, who have the ability, not necessarily, probably not as well as Geoff, or maybe even better. I always thought that it's difficult to be a little bit more dexterous down and the lower end. You know what I mean? When it comes to rapidly switching notes because of just how much focus it takes to be able to sing at that lower. I imagine he gets better in time. But whenever I hear Geoff, when he starts really kind of fluctuating between different notes of that lower register, I just think my throat starts hurting because I'm just like, God, that's got to be, you know what I mean? And making sure that you're on pitch. That's a masterful work right there, right?
I cannot tell.
Even with a vibrato.
We came all this way, but now comes the day to bid you farewell. Many places I have been, many sorrows I have seen, but I don't regret, nor will I forget all who took that road with me. Night is now falling, so ends this day. The road is now calling. Silver streams that run down to the sea. To these memories I will
Wait. Now we all know that Geoff has, commandment over the production and everything, right? We go down here to credits, make sure produce, film, perform, edit, Geoff, right? So I love the staff that he has added there in the rhythm section, right, to kind of add as a contrast to his vocals, because you could kind of hear it peeking out, right, the rhythm of it, the chords, that, if you will, that's peeking it, bum bum, but now it just busted full out, bum 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 bum. I love the feel that is kind of giving it to it, right? Because if we're just going off him singing, he's kind of giving us some nice little half notes, some whole notes. He's giving us nice legato. Can you use the term legato? I feel like that's a playing style, not necessarily a singing style. Playing articulation for a stringed instrument. So I guess you can't really say legato, but you get my point. Kind of long notes swinging into one with maybe even a couple of 8th or 16th notes in there. But you want to add rhythm. You know what I mean? We want to add motion. That's very important when it comes to songwriting. Is adding motion, adding some type of forward progression. So, and sometimes it's as simple as adding in that nice chord progression. Boom, 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 boom. So, whenever you're listening to something, all of a sudden you find your body starting to move. Like, hey, what's going on? All of a sudden, I feel commanded to, hit the shoulder move. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Y'all hear it now. Y'all probably already heard it before. You already know. Come on now. Come on. It wouldn't be a What It Do Dave reaction if we didn't get the long note. Come on, bro. We need the satisfaction. One more time, indulge me.
I bid you all
What? That was a beautiful farewell too. Hey, I was gonna pause it a little bit sooner, mostly because let me see if we can go back to it. There's a part in there where he has a lot of distortion on those big hits and everything, See. Generally, you don't want your audio clipping. You don't want it distorting because then it kind of sounds bad. But you could put intentional stuff in there to really kind of give you that really powerful impact. Given what we're talking about here, that impact sounded more like battle than it did as like a cinematic kind of low end, like you know what I mean, like drums, like. And you can hear that distortion, that destruction. It's coming through clear on my headphones, but I imagine what that sounds like on like actual studio monitors. Oh no, we're going to go back into that. Hold on. All right, let's see what Geoff's got to say here. Maybe I can't replay that note again, right? We're gonna be here for another 2 minutes.
Hey y'all, Geoff here. Thanks for watching and subscribing. You're the best. If you'd like to join the names scrolling across your screen right now, get a look behind the scenes, early access to videos and music, and much, much more.
Behind the scenes are cool.
And sign up for free today. Special thanks goes out to Huldra Draco, Blue Raven, Carl and Melanie Thomas, Jazzy UK, Debs Badger, Diane Holland, Jordy S, Juliana Livingston, Lori Templeman, Maria Almeida, Patricia Schumann, Rev Jesse, Sarah O, Tema Crumpley, and Asa
Geoff,
Geoff,
I don't know if you watch like my reactions, but I gotta ask, out of all the costumes and stuff that you've been through, you know, because you've worn a lot, man, what is the best? What is your best? What are the ones that you felt so cool performing in, right? I got to go back and look at it, but just, you know, out of all the costumes, you know, what felt the best to you? You know what I mean? I need to know that. But anyways, you let me know what y'all thought about this down in the comments. Dave's out.